Hi, I'm Sheila and I'm from the Society for Spiritual Awakening, or SSA for short. We at SSA are pursuing spiritual development rooted on Jesus Christ. In these videos, we share short lessons to people like you who share our faith in Jesus and are looking to be transformed by the Holy Spirit. Navigating your way along your spiritual evolutionary process can get a little tricky or confusing. These lessons serve as tools to help you construct your own personal heads-up display to make your growth journey a little easier. If you've watched the movie Iron Man, Tony Stark has this super cool heads-up display whenever he puts on the Iron Man suit. The heads-up display informs him of important details like how much power he still has to operate his suit, how high or how fast he's been flying, how many enemies he has in his immediate environment. And without that heads-up display, he wouldn't be able to operate safely or effectively as Iron Man because essentially without it, he'd be flying completely blind. Another example of a heads-up display is when you play video games. Now, when you play a video game and you call up the heads-up display, you would find out all this information about your character to help you better strategize, how you're going to play the game. You may want to check, how much energy you still have, how much treasure you've accumulated, what are your specific strengths and weaknesses, all these things to help you strategize and move about in the game. If you translate this to our lives, we can construct a similar heads-up display for ourselves. So for instance, for our physical health, we monitor maybe our weight and our blood work. Maybe we get checkups every year and we have all that information somewhere. When we check our bank statements and our credit card statements, we have this running tally of how much we owe and how much we're making. And of course, you can jump on social media and have a quick pulse on how many friends you have and where everybody is at. And these, metrics are important to a certain extent because it tells us, how we are doing in life. But they measure a very sort of shallow part of ourselves, which is our material side. We are encouraging everybody to now develop another part of your heads-up display, which now has to do with your spiritual well-being, the spiritual aspect of your lives. These lessons that we share in this video series are meant to introduce ideas on spirituality to help you construct your own spiritual heads-up display so that at the end of this video series, you will have a complete picture of your total well-being, both material and spiritual. We will focus on our roles as children of God. We'll explore the differences between our higher and our lower selves. We will define what exotericism is versus esotericism. We'll also take a look at all the different parts of ourselves and how we should be organized. And of course, we'll bring this all together and see what does this all mean when we need to start relating to other people? How are we supposed to communicate with them? Of course, all of this is in the context of our relationship with Jesus and how does he remain the center of all the things in our lives with all the things that we are going to be learning. This may seem abstract for now, but we just wanted to give you a brief overview of the kinds of topics that we will be exploring in this video series when we mean, exploring your spiritual side. As you watch these next videos, we would like for you to imagine that you are creating your own personal spiritual heads-up display and that each lesson serves as a particular tool to sort of navigate a particular facet in your life so that with all of these tools, you will be able to determine how well you are functioning as a beloved child of God. So let's get to it. We'll see you in the next video.